So the pelvic tilt is very critical in our Tai Chi stance, but if I draw too much attention to it, then people will do this. And this, you'll see Tai Chi practitioners in this because they'll read that you got to tuck your pelvis and you got to have this C shape, but it's way overdone. So really, if you sit down and you think of your tailbone as connecting to the earth, not straight under you, but on a little bit behind your heels, then you're going to be pretty much positioned correctly. The more advanced you get, the more you will want to, and gosh, cover your ears and do this with a degree of sensibility. You'll want to tuck under a little bit. And when you do it correctly, you will feel your low back. This is called the Ming Men point, which is directly across behind your Dan Tian. You will feel it open up a little bit. So when people feel my back when I'm in my Tai Chi stance, it almost feels like this is expanding back. So if you all will stand up and get in your Tai Chi stance, and if you don't have a shoulder problem, then you can put your hand where you think your low back is. And our low back has a natural anterior tilt, or what's called lordosis, and a natural little curve in your low back that goes forward. And women, we tend to have more of that curve until it's almost a pathology and creates strain on our spine. But the curves in our spine create an absorption, a shock absorption. So in normal day-to-day, you want the curves, but in Tai Chi, we want to expand our low back. So just put your hand here, get in your Tai Chi stance, don't worry about tucking the tailbone or anything, and see if you can't imagine that you're expanding your low back like a balloon into your hand. Now you may not feel anything, or you may feel 2 or 3 millimeters, and that's all we want. A half a centimeter or a centimeter, we don't want, like that. So just expand it into your hand. Okay, make sure that you're at your low back, which is right above your sacrum, not way up here, right here. So when I started Tai Chi, my posture was like this. You can see a curvature here, and I would have back pain. But over time, this started to straighten out just a little bit. Now, as I do a slight anterior or posterior tilt, this quad comes forward, but the middle quad expands back. If I only bring the lower quad forward, then I'm crunching down. You bring the lower quad forward and the middle quad, right in the soft middle part, just imagine it expanding back. Then that opens up your posture. This is pretty complicated, but I know you can feel this. So try that again. Get in your Tai Chi stance, and everybody put your fingers on your lower quad. So I know you know where your lower quad is. So your lower quad is at your hip joint. That's right, very good, Janet. So now sit down, and you can feel that lower quad just ever so slightly coming forward. Ever so slightly. That's right. Now, the upper quad is the hard bony part at the top. Feel that? Okay, we're not going to really concern ourselves too much with that. But then right in the middle is the middle quad, and I just want you to let go there. Make it soft, and then as though it's on an angle going back. Not straight back, but just going back. And if you just feel that, then that will do exactly what your pelvis needs to do. For your Tai Chi stance, you'll feel this open up, and you'll feel expansive, and you just feel a lot of presence in your posture. Now, if I told beginners this is what I get. When I tell everybody, beginners to get in their Tai Chi stance, people do this, and they bring the whole quad forward, and that's not what we want. That's, or if I said to tuck the tailbone, we get this. So it's, yeah, exactly. So you see, it's an exercise of subtlety, so play with it. You sit down, the lower quad does come forward just a tiny, tiny bit, but at the same time, your middle quad has to be soft and released and expanding back. So go ahead and put your fingers where you think your middle quad is and bring it forward just a little bit. Do you feel how it gets hard and it's flat? Yeah, we don't want that, right? So now go back, sit down, bring your lower quad forward just a touch, and then try to release the middle quad, make it soft, and then expand it back just a bit. Just in your mind is all you need to do. And voila, you have a beautiful Tai Chi stance. So that was...